Hey folks, the weekend's ending, the week is starting. I'm back from traveling. I shouldn't, or you shouldn't hear any audio glitches. And so let's do today's, oh goodness, let's do today's CSS Daily Target. And it's like a rectangle with horns on it. It's like a very broad. So what shapes are we looking at? We're looking at like this is the in this negative space is a circle, but then also this is a circle too, right? So what is the shape that's happening here, or what shapes I should say, really? Um, I feel like the conservative move, conservative in terms of less risky is the way I'm using that word, is a paragraph tag. So I'm creating this paragraph tag. It's got this default. It looks like we have. So what can I do? Can I create this shape uh, with a linear gradient? So here's the idea. If I've got a linear gradient that's I think these two halves are the same size. If I've got a linear gradient that goes to that from that color to that color, half and half, so 50%, 0. That's a half and half. So let's, we got margins on the body. I will adapt these margins to 7, 10, 20, 25, and then change the height 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, and there we see it's not half and half. It's a little bit more. 52, 3. So 53%. Okay. So what then? Can I do border radius to get that shape? I don't think I can. Yeah, we just don't get quite the right shape. 50 pixels, 50 pixels. Now, there are shapes we can do, or ways to set that to multiple numbers. 20, 30, 40. See that going? What if I do 20, 30, 40, 30, and then 50? So I don't know if you could see that shape altering. 60. It doesn't look obvious to me. Near as I understand that formation of border radius is that you've got two different sets of influencing values, and they kind of can craft. Now I could use shape for this. I could use a clip path with a circle, or a partial circle, or really shape is probably what I would do to do a curvy shape. But I don't think that's easier than anything. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have this be transparent on the top. And I'm going to set, so here's, so that linear gradient is just, so if I add red there, you can see it. So what I want to do next is have this blue in the background. And now I'm going to do a big round circle, radial gradient. 1Q at 50%, 0. And then this color, and then transparent. and then give it an extent. How 40 pixels. There's a circle. Great. So if I make that bigger, 50, 60, can I match that shape? If I match the center, have the center of it in the right place. 150. Aha, close. 140. 142, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's where it looks a little dodgy. I'm gonna move the center of that up a little, I think, -1 pixels. -2, -3. And that makes it, let's try that 150 again. Oh, that's worse. So then 1 pixel, 2 pixels, 3 pixels. And that looks pretty good. So we've created a circle that's in the halfway point and then 3 pixels down for its center from the inside of this object. So that's a very specific circle, a very, very, very specific circle. Now the question is, if I then do another circle, so that covers that, but I've still got this. This is still a problem. This is actually a very big problem. But let's see, radial gradient, and make that a circle as well. And I'm going to use the keyword circle. Circle at. Actually, just circle, and then this blue color, and then transparent. And then I'm going to nuke this backup color. I'm missing a comma, and so we can't see that circle yet, but you can see, you can see kind of the faint outlines of it. Isn't that great? Yeah, that's kind of neat. 100 pixels, and then 0. 200. There we go. That's too much. 160. All right, so that's the concept. Now, if I make this bigger, am I going to be able to match it? I think what I'm smelling there, I'm sort of in terms of like how this is aligning, it doesn't feel like I'm right at the center of that circle. See how it's, well, I can see, I don't know what you can see, that's all good. It's a little thinner here at the top than at the bottom. So if I move, I'm going to have that circle be at, again, 50% in the middle on the x-axis. And then on the y-axis, how about, well, can I use the same 3 pixels? No. How about -3 pixels? No. Terrible. How about 100 pixels? 105. 90. 90 pixels. Yeah. Okay. And then a little bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's how we sort that out. That's a lot of tweaking, and that's if you're doing this, don't feel bad if the numbers are very frustrating. I have done this a lot. The fact that I can narrow those down, not having seen this puzzle. Now, okay, before I crow too much, let's see if it's 100% match. It's 100% match. So yes, I've matched the shape, but that is out of, well, it's at least like 160 hours of practice of doing puzzles like this, if not more. That's just the ones I've recorded. So yeah, you get a sense for where's the center of that circle. What do I need to do to match it? And then let's start moving that circle, because that circle is just very, very specific. So let's, so I'm going to copy that whole thing. Copy. And then I'm going to do, what am I going to do? I'm going to do minify unit replace and submit. And then here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can do that using the nested technique, or whether that's a bad idea. We're going to find out. All right. So if I do the nested technique, means I don't want to set the height. And I want to set the ampersand and then set the star. And then copy all of these rules. We're already seeing a little bit of that. And I need, so what do I need to do? I need to adjust these margins. How about, well, it was 170 tall, so what? Like 120, 30, 100, 99, 100, 101, 2. How about 30? Oh, how about 10? 18, 19, 20. Oh, that's worse. That's better. I can't tell. What do I need to do there? Is this getting worse or better? I actually can't tell. 2, 3, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There it is. Great. And then I think for this linear gradient in the front, because that was using the percentages of the height of the 170, and now that might not be the height yet. So is that, let's see, let's do 0, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and now that 53% is valid again. Let's submit that and see if that's the same result. Again, the caveat that I'm using the Safari browser and not Chromium, so it's possible I won't get it. So there's 100% match as well. So let's unit replace and minify for another final answer, and that's using the nested template. So that's the HTML element is what's got this light blue, and then the body element has this, so I don't need a paragraph element. There was a question in the comments yesterday about the usage of the ampersand for what's going on there, and that is as a selector. The ampersand selector has some rules that are sort of basic, but also have a lot of nuance. I'm used to think, and I think I've talked about this a little bit before, the ampersand is used extensively in SAS to denote the enclosing element. The ampersand has a little more nuance. I will try to talk about that intelligently if I can in the future, but I would go to MDN to learn about the ampersand selector, and not rely on me when I'm tired and my voice is shot because I went to the bed last night. But I'll be giving that thought about what I can do to speak intelligently about that. But suffice it to say that in this usage, the ampersand is basically accounting for the HTML element. Oh, and then what's more, I can nuke that paragraph tag. Sorry, that's a change of subject. So I can resubmit and get a little bit better score. The ampersand is the HTML element, and then because we have it nested, we have the ampersand, and then inside it we have a semicolon, and then begin a whole new selector. It's whatever's inside it that can accept style, and that's the body element. I don't know. Did that make sense? Maybe not. Apologize. I'll do some homework this week. I'll talk a little bit about the ampersand selector. All right, get out of here. Go make a web page. Be good to yourself. Good to each other. It is rough out there for a lot of people, but have some fun and make a web page. All right. Bye bye.